Can you solve this math challenge? Here's the question. Without using any calculator, what is the value of this expression 5 raised to 2 raised to 9 raised to 0 raised to 6 raised to 8 plus 3 raised to 3 raised to 1 raised to 4 raised to 0 raised to 6 raised to 9 plus 7 raised to 4 raised to 0 raised to 5 raised to 3 raised to 2? Now you can pause this video if you want to give this problem a try. And now, let's answer this question together. Alright, so our goal here is to evaluate this expression involving tower of powers. So how are we going to answer this kind of question? Alright, so now let's first focus on the first given expression, 5 raised to 2 raised to 9 raised to 0 raised to 6 raised to the power of 8. Now, to simplify this, we will use this identity. If we have a raised to the power of b raised to the power of c, this can be written as a raised to the power of b raised to c. This concept is very important when dealing with this kind of question. So, 5 raised to 2 raised to 9 raised to 0 raised to 6 raised to 8, this can be written as 5 raised to the power of 2 raised to 9 raised to 0 raised to 6 raised to 8. And 2 raised to 9 raised to 0 raised to 6 raised to 8 can be written using this identity again. This can be written as 2 raised to the power of 9 raised to 0 raised to 6 raised to 8. And also, 9 raised to 0 raised to 6 raised to 8 can be written as 0 raised to 6 raised to 8. Now from here, we can now easily evaluate this because 0 raised to the power of 6 raised to 8, this is just 0. When we evaluate this, this is just 0. And we all know that 9 raised to the power of 0 is just 1. Now, 2 raised to the power of 1, this is just 2. So our expression right over here must be equal to just 5 raised to 2 or simply equal to 25. So we can replace this with 25. Alright, now how about the value of the second expression? 3 raised to the power of 3 raised to 1 raised to 4 raised to 0 raised to 6 raised to 9. Alright, so this can be written using this identity. This can be written as 3 raised to the power of 3, the 1 to the 4 to the 0 to the 6 to the 9. And 3 raised to 1 raised to 4 raised to 0 raised to 9, this can be written as 3 raised to the power of 1 raised to 4 raised to 0 raised to 6 raised to 9. And we can now evaluate this. Because 1 raised to some large number, this is just 1. And 3 raised to the power of 1, this is just 3. And 3 raised to the power of 3, 3 times 3 times 3 will give us 27. And that is the value of the second expression. So this is the value of this. And for the last one, what is the value of this expression? 7 raised to 4 raised to 0 raised to 5 raised to 3 raised to 2. And if we simplify this, this is just 7 raised to the power of 4 raised to 0 raised to 5 raised to 3 raised to 2. And this can be written as 0 raised to 5 raised to 3 raised to 2. And now 0 raised to the power of 5 raised to 3 raised to 2, this is simply equal to 0. Now, 4 raised to 0, this is just 1, we all know that. And 7 raised to the power of 1, this is just 7. Therefore, the value of this expression right over here is just 7. So we can now simplify this. We can now focus on this expression. This is very simple and this is very easy to evaluate because 25 plus 27 plus 7, this is just equal to 59. And that is the value of the expression that we want to evaluate. So without using any calculator, the value of 5 raised to 2 raised to 9 raised to 0 raised to 6 raised to 8 plus 3 raised to 3 raised to 1 raised to 4 raised to 0 raised to 6 raised to 9 plus 7 raised to 4 raised to 0 raised to 5 raised to 3 raised to 2 must be equal to 59. And as always, we are done.